Global warming caused by the burning of fossil fuels is melting the polar ice caps, raising the sea levels, and causing worldwide flooding, resulting in the disappearance of entire island nations in the South Pacific and threatening the extinction of all life on Earth, including the human race, as the frozen methane hydrate gas in the Arctic melts and bursts out into the atmosphere.
This, it's important, okay? It's to do with the behaviour of all the junk you've got here and sleeping rough here, yeah? Okay? So you've got 48 hours. It says you're to remove all items from outside 1277 High Road in a lawful manner and not to bring any or any future items to this or any other unenclosed street location within the London Borough of Barnet. Okay, are you listening while you're filming? It says not to conduct or take part in the same or similar activity as identified above within the London Borough of Barnet, and it says not to behave in a matter likely to cause harassment, alarm or distress, or be involved in any conduct capable of causing nuisance or annoyance that is having a detrimental and persistent impact upon a community or an individual in the Borough of Barnet. Okay, so you've got within 48 hours from now, which is what's the time now?
Time now is 12:30 on the 1st of April.
Right, so from 12:30, so you've got up until 12:30, what, that's Monday, so we'll be back here Monday. And by Monday, you need to have cleared this area, all the junk, and not be living here sleeping rough. Because if you are, you will be issued with a full and final community protection notice, which can impact on you being arrested. Okay, so it's quite serious. So you do need within 48 hours to clear all of this junk, all of the signs, and yourself from here. So you've got 48 hours to do that. Okay, because you're blocking obviously the owner being able to get into his property. It's causing a detrimental effect on the community. You're getting drinkers. And it's a negative impact on the local community, okay? And also there you go, so you can read that, so I've read it out to you.
Well, I don't think any of what you've said to me is true.
Well, you need to, well, it is true, because you've got all your junk here. So yourself, you're sleeping rough here, you've got a dog here. It's blocking the owner of the club.
I happen to live here, I told you that before.
The owner of the club.
I'm entitled to live here.
No, you're not. No, you're not. The owner of the club, he can't get into his club because you've got all this here.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is true.
The people come and go from the building without any obstruction.
Yeah, you're causing a detrimental effect on the community, so you need to move all your belongings and yourself somewhere else out of Barnet. And you have 48 hours to do that. It is serious, so if you don't impact on it, then you will be issued with a full and final CPN, and which could involve you being arrested.
Arrested for what?
I've just told you. I'm going to go through it again.
Under what law?
Well, if you read this notice, it will tell you.
I don't believe you have the right to do this.
Well, you read it, we have the right to do it.
What you've said, some of what you've said is lies.
Yep, that's it, and today's the 1st.
These people you're with have been extremely rude and aggressive towards me. People that I've tried to look after are not causing any...
Okay, do you want to sign it? Are you going to sign it to say I should do it? Are you going to accept it?
I'll talk to my lawyers.
Okay, there you go. You've got to take that copy.
I'll talk to my lawyers before I have anything more to say to you. I don't believe you have any right to behave towards me in this manner. Can you tell me who you're working for?
It's all on the notice.
You appear to be working for the council. You're dressed as a police officer, you appear to be working for the council. This gentleman here, who I'm filming at the moment, has been very rude and aggressive towards me, and your manner is also very unpleasant.
Okay. We'll take your tears for that because it's very serious. So you have within 48 hours. We will be back here on Monday. Okay? And if you've not cleared all what I've just said to you, then you will be issued with a full and final community protection notice.
Is this an April Fool's joke?
Okay.
Why do you claim to have the right to tell me to leave my home?
Too fast for me.
Well, what I'm going to do is just record this moment in history when
I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to get the settlement.
What's occurring?
Basically, there's a new age coming along, and there's me. I'm younger, 5 years old.
Police and the council have threatened to close us down, and they want everything, all this stuff removed. Within 48 hours, they're giving us 48 hours to clear all this stuff away, otherwise they're going to make arrests and close everything down. So we are effectively...
What are they going to arrest you for?
Antisocial behaviour.
Why? What have you been doing this antisocial?
Street drinking and being really nice.
He's
good.
teetotal, how? You're teetotal.
The thing is, they're trying to attach other people to this man.
I know, yeah.
Solo man who stands his own with his own two laws. He doesn't steal, he doesn't kill. So let's keep each other in the same place.
They're calling this a public nuisance,
An eyesore.
antisocial behaviour. But anyway, after the storm, it's now open.
The storm is gone, we're not in the eye of it anymore.
Do you do a range of hair dyes? He needs a hair colouring.
That's very interesting.
That's a nice colour shirt.
Doggy! Thank you very much.
What we need is maximum publicity.
What? Oh, sorry. Am I not being
We need to tell the world about this Noah's Ark campaign.
Now, we've got connections. We are the connections working. It's Connect Works.
Hey,
it's not a limited company, it's a not-profit organisation. And now we're freedom fighters. We don't use violence for our fighting, we use cameras.
Well, what we need is to get the Noah's Ark campaign in the news as fast as possible.
As fast as possible. When my friend wakes up, who lives just down the road here in Brent, everything that we've just talked about is going to be possible. I will, we can, we will. Okay? Thank you.
Well, excellent. Thank you very much for that.
Shall I take that, Pew?
With a little bit of luck, we'll be in the news again soon. And
well,
the danger to the South Pacific Islands that are sinking beneath the rising sea levels, if we're lucky, that will be...
Syria sinking underneath the whole of America's clutch. South Africa that has already sunk and now is trying to rise again. As far as water in South Africa, you see. Alright.
Everything's free today. So what are you going to do? You're going to take some photographs?
Just one, just to add to my Facebook message. It attracts more attention. People are more inclined to retweet it or yeah.
You know, so I don't know if you know what finite means, but look at that. So that's the world for you. Piece of love and we ain't gonna get in it. We're real live artisting. That's why we gotta take out the bling. We don't need any more Tories in here. Bro, can I borrow your lighter? Is that alright? Sweet. Hey, that's part of my rhyme and you gotta hold it tight because if you ain't got the mic, man, you ain't right.
If your name's not on the door, you don't get in. This is performance that.
Oh,
sorry.
Do you want to go in there? Nick, can I take a couple?
Oh, you want some pictures of me?
Well,
okay.
why not? Because it is your baby. Not take it. I'll take it.
There's your baby. There's your baby.
Just there, lovely.
You like that?
I do like it. Right, hold on a minute.
They've occupied the Dollis Hill Community Centre, just up there.
Yeah, Chris and Bushi are there.
Bushi and Petra, yeah.
Oh, Petra's there, yeah?
Yeah.
Tangled up.
Like your necklace.
Sorry, let's wrap Phoenix up.
I like your
I'm
necklace.
looking for a nice necklace. I like your necklace. It's nice. Oh, don't.
Wrap him up. Wrap him up. You need stronger string for that, mate.
What you lot are is
Public nuisance, yeah. Let's have a good look at that.
Hold on, what's this?
especially him.
Let's have a look at that card. There's this Tufty, isn't it?
Tufty, yeah.
Tufty's public nuisance. Oh, you're a public nuisance as well.
Have you heard about the sea?
All of them. Every one of them.
I think we're all public nuisances now.
Phoenix, have you heard about the Sea Bright Arm up in High Barnet?
The what?
Sea Bright Arm. It was a pub.
Empty pub.
And now it's been made into a community centre.
Oh no, I didn't know about that.
You knew about it?
No.
Yeah.
Sea Bright Arms become a community centre.
Sea Bright Arm.
Cool.
Cool. That's what I was told.
Great.
But, you know, I've got a freedom pass now because of my leg.
You got freedom, bruv. You got the freedom pass. Keep up the good work, guys. I got to fly because I'm supposed to be doing a workshop at the community centre. Take it easy, Bam. Nice to see you again, Graham. Nice one, Nick. Dig in for victory, bro.
Thank you very much, Phoenix. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Nice, bro.
I'll be at Dollars Valley soon.
Well, been consistent for many decades.
Nice meeting
See you
you.
guys. Bless.
Thanks for coming.
It's real revolutionary to give things out for free, you know. It's free. Best things in life are free. Big up the free shop team. Nice.
Well, we've got to try and keep this alive as long as possible. So
Give them a run for it, you know. All right, we've got to head off.
pass
Take
the
care,
word
mate.
around that we need a rolling, whatever you call it, blockade here.
Rolling blockade, all right.
Yeah, against the council and the police.
Yeah.
Got
Let's
it.
find you another shop then.
They sent you
Take care, mate.
papers or anything?
Well, they served the paper on me telling me to clear everything out
Right,
by tomorrow at 12:30.
Really?
High noon, yeah.
right.
So,
What are they going to do? Come and just take it away?
well, if I'm
Dump
not
it.
here, what can they do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just have to
resist.
see what happens.
Resist with love. See
Take
you.
care. Bye-bye. Come on, doggy. Well, good morning, everyone. This is a special report from London, England, about the Noah's Ark campaign, which has been conducted from outside an abandoned derelict building in the London borough of Barnet. And it's all about raising awareness of the dangers of global warming and the threat to the South Pacific Islands, the nations in the South Pacific that are disappearing underneath the rising sea levels. It's still early in the morning here in London, England, and the Noah's Ark campaign has been rained on during the night. My name is Noah. I'm a New Zealander. I live in London and I campaign about global warming and the danger of the extinction of all life on Earth as a result of the burning of fossil fuels. This special report is being made for TV New Zealand, which used to have an office in London, but now they appear not to have one, so I am making this report myself just before the Noah's Ark campaign is likely to be closed down by the police and the council in the London borough of Barnet. They claim it's a public nuisance, and they claim that it is what they call antisocial behaviour. Barnet Council is a Tory-run council which is the flagship of the Tory government's austerity programme to cut the benefits and the public services, and Barnet Council has been sold to a private corporation which has a reputation for being bullies, and they are the people who gave the planning permission for the eviction of Sweets Way, and the women and children were dragged out of their homes by the bailiffs employed as a result of the Barnet Council action, and they were dragged kicking and screaming by their hair out of their homes and thrown into the street with all their possessions. So the Noah's Ark campaign here is a fight back against the governments and the corporations and the banks which are controlled by the capitalist system, which is destroying the planet and driving life on Earth to extinction. As you can see, we are making a reality TV show for the children, which is entitled, Can You Save the Human Race? Humanity Faces Extinction. It's all about how the burning of fossil fuels is driving the human race to extinction this century and possibly within the next 10 years as a result of the worldwide flooding and the methane that is melting, the frozen methane hydrate gas that is melting in the Arctic. This is the truth about what global warming is doing. The temperatures are rising, the global temperatures are increasing all the time at an alarming rate. And the polar ice caps are melting and the sea levels are rising. The South Pacific Island nations of Tuvalu, Kiribati, the Marshall Islands, Tokelau are all disappearing beneath the rising sea levels. Scientists predict that by the middle of this century, 3 to 4 billion people will die as a result of the worldwide flooding, which will inundate many countries. But the South Pacific Islands will be the first ones to disappear. The greatest threat to all life on Earth is the methane in the Arctic, which is melting and bursting out into the atmosphere and which could explode with the force of 10,000 nuclear arsenals, the equivalent of 1 million Hiroshima atom bombs, and turn the atmosphere like Venus, making the Earth completely uninhabitable. And this could happen within 10 years, according to many international scientists. We have to stop burning fossil fuels almost immediately and move on to using renewable energies. We need to repair the damage, to restore and regenerate the Earth's environment. It will be necessary to terraform the Earth using the military forces of every nation. And the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere will need to be removed as quickly as possible to stop the damage that is being done to the planet and to restore the Earth to good health once again, to make it habitable for future generations. The Noah's Ark campaign is about taking an ocean liner to the South Pacific Islands to reveal to the world, publish and broadcast the truth about what is happening to the island nations. These are our neighbors in the South Pacific who are threatened with losing their homes very, very soon unless something is done to stop the rising sea levels. The eco-warriors are planning to take hundreds of mainstream and citizen journalists to the South Pacific on an ocean liner to broadcast the truth about global warming and to broadcast the solutions, the genuine solutions that will help to save the human race from being driven to extinction as a result of global warming. As well as journalists from every major mainstream news outlet in the world, the eco-warriors are planning to take musicians and environmental activists and scientists to the South Pacific Islands on the ocean liner, which will be called Noah's Ark. And this is Doggy Baby. She is the president of the Noah's Ark campaign.
Look at Dad. Good girl.
This is Doggy. Doggy loves me, don't you, Doggy? Yes. Good girl. Yes, she does. Look. Yes, I know. How are you today?
My name is Mark. What's your name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan, how are you?
I'm very well. I got my hat back. Yeah, no, that was a present off a friend for my 50th. I don't know where she got it from.
You got it.
But
I'm thinking.
it's handmade, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, of course.
Right.
Happy.
I'm happy now.
Hello. Yeah. After you're done packing, would it be alright to just do the interview then, and then you can get on?
Yeah, why not?
Alright.
Have you haven't met Jonathan, have you?
No.
Do you want to meet Jonathan?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I've just got a few really basic questions written down, and then you can say whatever you like.
Well, that's fair enough. Jonathan.
Yeah.
This is Izzy.
Hi, Izzy.
She's doing a documentary called the School for Eco Warriors.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's going to interview you and me.
So I'm filming here. I'm filming in Dulles Valley, and I'm filming in Dalston. The legal squat, the Hive.
I've not been there, but
Yeah.
Nick's mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of using that as like a different example of a squat, because it's like one of the first like kind of legalish ones, because they got the lease on it. So yeah, I'm using that kind of as a little example. But yeah, my main focuses are here and Dulles Valley as well, because it's just been opened. But yeah.
Cool.
Oh god. We got today, isn't there? While I'm interviewing you.
Why can you know?
Right, so see what questions I wrote down, because I've forgotten. I'd be the worst journalist ever.
I think you're doing just fine.
Right, I'll run you through the questions, okay?
Go on then.
So I've got to modify them a bit for you, because obviously we're not living indoors, so we're out. So basically I'm going to ask you why you first started occupying this place.
Go on then.
You have to put the camera away.
All right.
Right. You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Go on then. Ask me whatever you like.
Nick, camera.
Oh, the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome all.
I'll come back.
Nice seeing you, Danny. How are you?
Would you like to get in, please? I want to close the gate and carry on my work.
Oh, Esther's there?
Since we don't discount, like 3 units for the new week for running down.
That way there's gonna be like a playhouse and the strawberry house. And Esther is now a master of off-grid concerts.
So Esther's...
She's got all the tech to set up an off-grid gig up to even 19 hours.
provide the electricity for the whole site. Amazing.
Yeah, they had an open mic yesterday and for like 4 or 5 hours it was powered by just Esther's tech. But the rest is now Heathrow. Yeah, it's really nice. Especially now that this spring is coming. But she's got the most electricity. And that's, she built it herself. She's going to do solar panel building workshop in May. Cells very cheaply from China. You just have to solder it together and get the glass sheet on 2 sides. So we can do these now. Very, very cheaply, so we can have electricity. They built these in the past few years.
Wow! Fantastic! That pigeon. Fantasia, eh?
There's bushes too. The trees, the red trees.
Trying to kill the pigeon.
This is a practical workshop with less theory, and today we will build a solar panel from these cells. Everyone who never touched it, have you touched it? Yes, but careful, it's a very fragile monocrystal sheet, silicon sheet. Solar panels are made of this and connection wires and glass sheets. That is 2 glass sheets behind you. And every solar cell can produce half volt. This is not part of the workshop to explain exactly what is volt and what is ampere, but if you have a smartphone, you can charge your smartphone with 5 volts. So to charge a smartphone with solar panel, you need at least 10 of this sheet connected in serial, because if you want to boost this half volt what can produced by this panel, we need to connect it serially. Okay, and what is the serial connection in this term? This called tubbing wire. It's a copper wire covered with tin, and we will solder this wire to the top and to the bottom of these very fragile crystal sheets. To boost the voltage, the cable soldered to the bottom should be soldered, to the top should be soldered to the bottom, and in this way we will connect the solar cells top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, till we reach the 5 or maximum 6 volt. 6 volt, to get 6 volt we need to solder 12 of these sheets. So, when we finish the solar panel, we can connect it to this charging controller, and this will charge the battery safely. This will do the battery protection to protect from overcharge, and this will disable the output like that lights. It's also very useful if you have a broken headphone or whatever. With this knowledge you can repair it. How to These are USB soldering irons. So, soldering iron is a little rod, and one end of this little rod is very hot. This is why we can work with it. This is a soldering wire. It can melt in very low temperature. It means about 230 degrees Celsius, so it's very, very hot. So now I'm melting this. As you see, it's very hot. Never touch the end of the soldering iron. And the next practice, how to solder. First of all, if you have a broken cable, let's learn how to connect it. Let's carefully blank both sides, little bit turn around. Now you have to have two cables without insulation. So get the soldering iron, let it get hot, and then with the solder wire and do this. Now the melted solder flown in to the wire. Do this with the second one. We will do almost the same with the cells, so we need to practice this first. Then turn this around. And melt the wires together. Connected. So, next step, do it. You have 4 soldering irons to this job. Everyone who can do it, you can practice or not. again, how to remove the insulation from the cable. Get a Stanley knife or scissors or whatever you want. And be very careful because your finger is more important than anything else. So, attach the cable carefully without cutting your finger. Roll the cable around. Now you cut the insulation but not cut the resin inside. Remove the insulation and roll around. What you need to do, close it carefully and pull.
Oh, yeah. I've done that lots of times before.
Who want to be the first?
That's right.
Yes, I forgot to say, this have a flux core, what is to burn the dirt from the resin. So to do it properly you need at least 3 arms, but maybe 4.
Yeah.
So I show you. Somehow you
Pop it up.
and then push this to the solder wire and then use. I think you can repair a broken headphone cable or whatever. For example, if your headphones stop to work in one side, just open the cable, then try to locate in this way where it's broken. If you find it, cut, reconnect, and then close back the insulation with electric tape. Next is try to solder a tubbing wire to a solar cell without breaking it. But I'm sure at least one will get broken, it's not a problem. Oh yes, and you can buy these cells directly from the factory, from at least quarter price of the built up. So at least quarter price of the solar panel what you can buy from the market. So 1 kilowatt solar cells you can buy for 200 or 300 pound instead of 1,000 pound. So next, this cell is for practice. I'll show you what you need to do. But for this you don't need the tubbing wire, you don't need the solder wire. But you guys can take it to home. Need only the tubbing wire that already contain the tin. And you need to use the side of the soldering iron, this side of the cone. So not the point on the end, on the side. The soldering wire already have flux. That flux is the smoke what built into the solder wire to burn up all the dirt. The tubbing wire don't have this, so we need to paint this flux to the surface first. In this way. Very, very carefully. Then make this wire straight. Touch it to the surface. case when the big ones not arriving, this happened. So, once again, what we need to do is to touch the, not the point, the side of the soldering iron to here and slowly pull when it heated up properly. And if you don't want to connect, we need a just connect the tubbing wire to the panel. And slowly pull the soldering iron. Yes. Paint the line first with the flux pen. Then place the tubbing wire to the cell. So, this is our practice, so you can break it. Unfortunately, one, two, three. So first of all, get the flux pan, draw a line in the connection point, then place it to here. Get a drop of solder and connect the side and connect the side to here and slowly pull to the end of the, because it's a very very thin glass sheet technically. The best if the tubbing wire, all of this line is connected, but if not 100% connected, for example one side is turning up or whatever, it's not a problem because the cell itself have this silver wiring. So if you can solder everywhere, just connect it in the middle in 5 centimeters, you are also fine. Okay, the tricky part is solder the back.
Down to old Maui, hum solo! Rolling down to old Maui, rolling down Maui, rolling down to old Maui. I wish that you and me were rolling down to old Maui. It's a damn tough life full of toil and strife we women undergo, and we don't give a damn when the day is done how hard the wind did blow, cause we're homeward bound from the Arctic round with the good ship taut and free, and we don't give a damn when we drink our rum with the girls of old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, the boys rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic round, rolling down to old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, my boys rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic round, rolling down to old Maui. I think you can go like half the lyrics, that's why we have to have a
and they didn't come back to me. I'm sorry. I obviously haven't been doing the washing up.
Because I can't be really arsed. I ain't happy, I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. Ain't happy, I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. It's 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 coming on. Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now the time for me is nothing, so I'm counting no age. Now you shouldn't be scared, you shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repairs and I'm under each snare. It's tangible, bet you didn't think, so I commend you to. Panoramic view, look, I'll make it all manageable. Picture you getting down with your different crews. Chicks and dudes, they think it's really kicking tunes. Picture you getting down with some different tunes, just like it's in canoe. Picture it fictional, maybe spiritual and hurtful. And look at you now, cause you're too crazy. Life is, make up a definition for what life is. Priceless for you, so I put you on the heist. You like it, you won, go, you're righteous to one. Took your Texas to one blow, a happy another ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. Ain't happy, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. The essence, the basics, allow me to make this, allow me to make this so childlike and base. The rhythm, you have it or you don't, that's a fallacy. I'm in on every shot of peace, every pot of pee, every cloud to see. You see with your eyes, you see destruction in the minds, corruption in the skies, fucking enterprise and rust into the lies. Sucking, now I'm sucking and I'm sucking to your lies. And for me it's a yeah. You don't see me now cause you don't see with your eyes, you perceive with your mind, and that's the end though. I'ma stick around for once and be a mentor. Just another round, you motherfuckers remember where the door is. Brought all this to you, survive when law is lawless. Feel the sensations when you talk with there's no squealing. Remember, talk head ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. Ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. It's 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 coming on. My future. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. Whoa.
There's World War III going on in there. I'm keeping out of it. Right, hope none escaped.